to Rainier Avenue Radio World. This is Women Empowerment Talk Radio, and I'm your host, Carmelle Bias. Oh, we are in the studio once again on this beautiful day here in Seattle, Washington, with our guest for the afternoon. Oh, Miss D. Fatima, CEO of Integrity Solutions, is on the line with us via StreamYard today. So we're going to be discussing some business with her today. Also, too, we have via StreamYard also, too, our guest, Miss Jenefeness Tucker. Oh, she is part of the Black-owned Business Excellence. And we are here this afternoon. She has a big announcement for all of the listeners out there to share with us today. Some information. It is, a big event it is that they have coming up, their third annual event. So y'all, this is very large here. So this is an event it is that she's inviting everyone to. So you definitely don't want to miss out on this information. But before we jump into our interview this afternoon, I have a couple of announcements it is that I'd love to go ahead and make. Women in Business Expo Group. Oh, as I have made the announcement many times before, we are diligently working on the website and almost complete. I'm so excited about this. We had a meeting yesterday with Elaine Robinson, who is our web designer. So big shout out to her and all the work it is that she's doing. This website is amazing, y'all. This is going to have information on it, resources. There's a small business directory, e-commerce platform where you can upload your photos, your service information, everything it is, about your business, share with others, create your own profile, all kind of great features there that are on the website. For more information or to become a member, simply go to wibeg.biz. Take a look at the website there, visit, kind of scroll around there, see what it is that you can find. But it's definitely been a dream of ours here at Women in Business Expo Group, and looking forward, to definitely doing some more work here with the website. So again, take a look at that website, wibeg.biz. Definitely some resource information there. There'll be some upcoming events that will be posted there. Like I said, small business directory, and also to that e-commerce platform. So all you business owners, put your products and services on the site. Let's get to selling, y'all. Okay. Also, too, Women in Business Expo Group. Oh, we are working diligently, y'all, with Echo Glen Youth Detention Center, putting together our mentorship program. We are excited for this program. This is definitely going to be an opportunity, for us business owners out there, for those that provide resources for small business owners, to really share our information with some young people, inspire, motivate, and keep them encouraged about entrepreneurship. So we have partnered with Echo Glen Youth Detention Center. We are looking for speakers, those that are panelists, that are interested in really doing the work and sharing, the word of entrepreneurship with these young people, and hopefully inspiring them to take another path, a different way of life, hopefully another career. We want for them to be inspired about entrepreneurship. So we are working, as I said, diligently with Echo Glen Youth Detention Center, putting together their youth entrepreneurship program. And like I said, we are looking for speakers, for panelists, for those people out there that just love working with young people and want to inspire them in a positive way. If you are one of those people, definitely reach out to us. Women in Business Expo Group at yahoo.com. We are compiling that list together of panelists and putting together information now. Workshops and information, dates and times will be coming soon. So again, if you are interested in taking part of a wonderful mentorship program, definitely contact us. Women in Business Expo Group at yahoo.com. All right, y'all. Once again, I want to introduce to you our guest this afternoon. They are on the line via StreamYard. We have Miss Jenefeness Tucker with Black-owned Business Excellence here to give us some information, and then we will jump into our interview with Miss D. Fatima, CEO and founder of Integrity Solutions. Miss Jenefeness, how are you doing this afternoon today?
I am pretty amazing. Thank you for having me, Carmelle.
Yes. No, I am glad to have you on the show. You have been on previously before. Love having you on the show. This lady, she's doing some amazing things, y'all. I mean, I am totally impressed. She's everywhere. She's all around the globe. Okay. She's all around the globe. So go ahead, Miss Jennifer Ness. Let our listeners know, give us a little bit about yourself, but then let's talk about this upcoming event. This is the third annual Black-owned Business Excellence event that you guys
Yes,
are hosting there. So we're going to jump into that today. But go ahead
yes,
and let our listeners know a
absolutely.
little bit about yourself.
A little about me. I am Jenefeness Tucker. I am the founder of Fiscal Finesse LLC. We are an organization that primarily help people to finesse their life, their finances, and their businesses. I am a certified business advisor, a certified life coach, and a credit expert. So I've helped a lot of people to increase their financial health by looking at what they're doing and providing solutions that actually get them to results. So me and about, I don't know, 20 or so, maybe a couple dozen folks came together when the pandemic first started. And we said, you know what? We realized that there are not a lot of organizations that are focused on Black-owned businesses. And so we decided to start meeting and identifying what the needs were in our community. And then we decided we're going to fill some of those gaps. And so one of the biggest needs that we saw was access to capital. We also saw that there were marketing needs, and there were a lot of operational needs. And so a lot of our folks did not qualify for a lot of money that was out there. In addition to not qualifying, we didn't even know it was there until it was already out. And so it was a huge issue with connection and connection to resources. And so we decided we would put together a website where we have a community calendar on the website, and we share information, and we meet every Friday. We've been doing it for a little over 2 years now. Our very first annual or inaugural Black-owned Business Excellence Symposium was in Tacoma in 2019. Wait, 19, 20, 21. No, sorry. It was in 2020. Okay. So it was February 12th, which happened to be my birthday. Right. It was in Tacoma in person in 2020. Yes, 2020. So then the second one was last year, 100% virtual. And then the third one is this year, 100% virtual. It's going to be amazing. The symposium is an all-day event. It starts at 9:00. Our keynote speaker is Mr. Roy Clay Sr. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but he's amazing. He's like the guru when it comes to tech. Like, he is like the Black Bill Gates, okay? And this man is 90 years old, and he's coming. He's going to speak to us and give us wisdom with his two sons that will be helping him. But it's a complete honor to have him as our keynote. Yeah. After that, we have a recover panel. And this is some amazing entrepreneurs, local entrepreneurs that have seen some success in their business through all of the different pandemics and the social unrest. And so we have some amazing folks on that panel. We have Katie Hall, we have Eric Norwood, Monica Matthews, Kwame Bowler, and Elizabeth Naomi. And so these are amazing Black-owned businesses in our community. And then right after that, we have a panel that's a Thrive Together panel. And this is a panel of organizations that have helped Black-owned businesses during the pandemic. So we have Tabor 100, the RUB Grant, the National Black MBA Association, Africatown Land and Trust, and Black Dot. We have Seattle Credit Union and the Seattle Office of Economic Development. So we have these folks that's on this panel to talk about the programs that they have been implementing and how they've helped Black-owned businesses through these pandemics and national unrest. And then in the afternoon, we have some amazing folks. We have 4 different breakout sessions from 1 to 1:45, 2 to 2:45, and 3 to 3:45, where we will be addressing issues that Black-owned businesses are going through. So if you need help with your credit, we'll have someone talking about credit. We'll have someone talking about business credit. We'll have someone talking about capital readiness. We'll have someone talking about digital marketing. We'll have someone talking about emotional intelligence, because we don't talk about that enough, and how that impacts us as business owners. So we have 12 different breakout sessions that you all will be able to go through in the Zoom. You can switch it up if you want to, but everything is happening in the same Zoom. So there's a link that I will leave if anybody is interested in registering, but it's going to be an amazing opportunity for Black-owned businesses in the state of Washington.
Yes, that sounds like a great opportunity there for us as business owners, as Black-owned business owners, just to be around people that are networking and doing the work. So that is awesome.
Why don't Carmelle, I forgot one part. Sorry. We've been giving out grants too, and your registration for the event registers you for a grant opportunity. So we're going to give out grants at the end, and you don't have to do nothing but register and be a business in Washington. So register for the event, come to the event, network, get these amazing opportunities and just be a part of just Black excellence. I mean,
Yes.
what better way to spend Black History Month, the first day of Black History Month?
That's exactly it too. And an opportunity to enter in for a grant just by registering for the event. I mean, how
Yes,
easy is that? Okay.
yes.
Definitely something it is that we don't want to miss. Miss Jenefeness, go ahead and give the date there once again and some details there for that event again.
Absolutely. It's February 1st, 2022. So we have about 2 weeks. And you can register at bit.ly /BOBE 2021. So that's bit.ly BOBE 2021. You can register for the event, see other events that are there, and all of our speakers as well.
Good, good. Yes. You guys, this is an event that you don't want to miss. I mean, did you hear about this? Is an all-day event here, just full of business and networking, entrepreneurship all day, enterprising, like she said, Black-owned business excellence. It doesn't get any better than this. Let me ask real quick, Miss Jenefeness, too, also, because we want to make sure. Let's say we have a guest that's in Hawaii, someone that's in New York. Is it okay for them to go ahead and register also, too?
Absolutely. The grants will be given to businesses in Washington because our sponsors gave that money to be able to give to a Washington-based business. But this event is absolutely open to any and everybody. You don't have to be Black. You don't have to be in Washington, but it's going to be some Black-owned business excellence going on. So the atmosphere is going to be ripe for any business owner, regardless of where you are.
Awesome. Awesome. Again, Miss Jenefeness, just real quickly, go ahead and give that information there for those listeners once again, where they can contact, where they can register, go and find more information and details.
Absolutely. You can go to bit.ly /BOBE 2021.
Awesome. Well, I thank you again this afternoon for taking the time to come on Women Empowerment Talk Radio with us and share that information. I am looking forward to seeing you soon, dear, at that event. We will definitely be there with our flag waving. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much, Carmelle. Thank you for all that you do. And thank you for being a part of Black-owned business excellence, coming to the meetings when you did, and just sharing your insight and your expertise has been a blessing. And so we just thank you for being a part of the community.
Oh, thank you so much too. And I truly appreciate everything it is that you do, all the work and everything. And I look forward, to seeing you guys again soon, Fridays afternoons at 10 a.m.
Yes.
Getting back into those meetings there because that's something
We miss y'all.
Yeah, that's really important, when it comes to providing resources, for the community, being an entrepreneur and staying connected.
Yes.
And that's something it is that we all need to do. So I thank you again, Miss Jenefeness, for being a part of the show this afternoon. And like I said, I look forward to seeing you soon, dear.
Thank you.
Yes. Let's go ahead and jump into our interview this afternoon then with our guest who is here again in the studio with us via StreamYard, Miss D. Fatima, CEO of Integrity Solutions. Miss Fatima, how are you doing this afternoon?
Hi there, Carmelle. Greetings, and blessings.
Greetings to you too. We are glad to have you on the show this afternoon. Miss Fatima, why don't you go ahead, let our listeners know a little bit about yourself.
Greetings to all the beloved listeners out there. I am Fatima Mateen, and I moved here in 1981 from Gary, Indiana, with a very young baby. And Gary, Indiana, being 99.34% Black, I was immediately culturally shocked. And so I found an African dance class that I jumped into, got baptized, saturated. The dance chose me, and I began to teach, dance, and perform African dance. So I started blending oils to dance, and I danced to blend oils. And so that's how I came into, my business, my process, my way of life, my energy and all of that. So that's the reality. I came from a history background. Gary was Little Africa, and I came out to share that energy with the Pacific Northwest.
Yes. Okay. So it sounds like you have a passion there then for African dance is what it is, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, for many years.
Yeah.
Many years. The dance has brought many gifts to all of us who have been in the African dance community here in, Washington State. So that passion leads to all of the things, culturally, co-oping and indigenous crafting and those type of things.
Yes. So tell our listeners a little bit more about Integrity Solutions. What is Integrity Solutions? Let's talk about that.
So Integrity Solutions is an incubator actually for teaching entrepreneurship, but
Hmm.
it's also teaching entrepreneurship from an indigenous crafting perspective and another world view on prosperity from an African view, fertility. But it's also developing that cultural capacity mindset and being willing to look at the ways we established ourselves communally and holistically. So
Hmm.
that's what our organization, we manufacture and we distribute and we curate African spa products, home decor, and fashion accessories. You know, we've been the startup and the game changer for many businesses in Seattle and Tacoma.
Yeah.
And, we're really grateful. We've taught many children who are now parents with teenagers African dance, and, many businesses that have went on to be successful. We helped seed them and also gave them the game, not
Hmm.
just recipes, but the game. So that's basically Integrity Solutions. And while doing that, liking who you are
Yeah.
and not comparing yourself to what everybody else say, and
Mhm.
being willing to challenge and agitate and disrupt some of the belief systems that we've had.
Yes. Well, it sounds like to me Integrity Solutions is it, and let me ask this question here too so we can get some clarification. Maybe like a kind of a mixed gumbo pot. It sounds like there's a variety of different maybe services, products, things it is that have been put together to create this business. Am I on the right path there?
You're on the right path. Rhythms, um, coming from dance energy and fragrance and shea butters. We're the longest living Washington State practitioners of shea butter industries and these products. So we have a lot of mastery and what I call the good juju.
Yeah.
And from that energy, we cultivated Integrity Solutions so people could have a sacred container to learn how to put a value on their divine purpose
Hmm.
and build from there
Okay.
and do it from a language that resonates with our psyche and
Hmm.
not necessarily the overall capitalistic or that kind of energy.
Yes. Definitely sounds like some community inspiration there, a community connection, staying connected is what that sounds like to me. Let our listeners know where did the name Integrity Solutions, where did that come from?
Integrity, even our logo, is a symbol of what you put out is what you get back. It's a calling to purify your intentions. It's about integrity in the grit, in the grind. If you remember a lot of the grit stories, which we have a lot back in the Midwest, it's about grit and having the honesty and the integrity and the sincerity through and through. And I think that's what distinguishes us from a lot of other entities, is because through and through we want that integrity to show up so that it creates legacy and that it lasts longer than ourselves. And
Hmm.
for us to be reminded that there are many solutions if we're willing to be in integrity.
Yes. Wow, definitely some it sounds like a lot of thought in history, I'll say, that went into the name there of your company there, Integrity Solutions. Why don't you let our listeners know, Ms. D. Fatima, what inspired you to start this business? I mean, what was that final kind of straw, I guess, that you said, you know what, this is what I want to do?
I just saw a lot of challenges around appreciating who we are,
Hmm.
um, really understanding our culture. I'm not sure what percentage of African American population that we are in Washington State, but all of the diversity, which is good, I think, and global. But I think knowing who you are, whose you are, and from whence you came allows you to bring that energy to the table so everybody can eat and not necessarily looking for someone else to validate that.
Hmm.
So I was inspired, also having a degree in sociology and Afro studies. I think being a student of culture is a daily reality. You learn something new every time. And I noticed during Black History Month or Dr. King Day, you know, even school capacity was limited. It appeared in expanding on all of the contributions or more of the contributions that we've made to his history, not just nationally, but globally. So I was inspired that way, and I wanted the young people to have an opportunity to really be grounded and to build on that confidence, because confidence and doubt and lack and scarcity, you know, um, it's so easy to fall into that given our 400 plus years of enslavement.
Hmm.
um, it's a process, it's a mindset, it's a capacity, it's a building of
Hmm.
cultural strength, and challenging systems all the way around to, as it applies to self. So
Yeah.
that was the passion, really.
Yes, that's exactly it. And it sounds like the inspiration and the passion it is that you have, it comes from, uh, I'm going to say your ancestors. Very deep is what I hear. So that's a beautiful thing. Definitely to have that inspiration come from so far back and from so deep within. For those of you that are just tuning in, you're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio World. This is Women Empowerment Talk Radio, and I'm your host, Carmelle Bias. And we are in the studio today via StreamYard with our guest, Miss D. Fatima, CEO of Integrity Solutions. And we're here just kind of discussing and talking about, life. Just talking about some life here, real life stuff, y'all. You know, let our listeners know, Miss D. Fatima, what's the mission and when was Integrity Solutions founded?
um, so I've been here 40 years. We've been rhythms for probably 36. But 1995, I became Integrity Solutions since 1995. Um, that's when we, you know, shifted and began to incorporate some of the learning and the entrepreneurial training and the life skills that we wanted to infuse into the products and services.
Yes. So
And
you've
so,
been
our mission is to continue to teach, entrepreneurship, but also to look at how co-oping, from an African worldview is can be very relevant today, and that we have many resources amongst us that allows us to not only build our creative juices, but to put a value on it and begin to really explore how we continue to make something with supposedly nothing,
yes,
and
definitely.
building our cultural strength all along the way, and making sure that everybody's value is brought out so that wealth is sort of redistributed.
Yes.
And it's not just profit and money, but it's holistic, essential living.
That's
Okay, you
exactly
get the love, the health, the home, the business, the community activism. You get it all holistically.
That's exactly it. You sound definitely offering a full service is what it sounds like to me. You get it all from Miss D Fatima. So definitely wanna check her out. Why don't you let our listeners know, how do those that are interested contact you? What's the best way to reach out and learn more about the work it is
Okay,
that you're
I'm
doing?
going to give three different ways. D, a small D as in Deborah Fatima, DFATIMAH at Comcast.net. I can be emailed, text, called at 425-652-2386. I can be followed at Rhythms Integrity, and I'll be doing 28 days in Rhythms with Integrity Solutions, sharing of rich history and resilient ways of being around spa, home decor, fashion accessories, and just entrepreneurship. I'm also Facebook Integrity Solutions, and then Integrity Solutions online is the website, and we're building it as a thesis somewhat.
Yeah.
So, lots of exciting, energy forthcoming. Um, we're also doing African spa parties, and the first one will be February 9th, which is a culmination of giving traditional move in a low impact way, along with how to apply and affirm our body temples and what we put in. Okay.
Yeah.
And they can register with AARTH, which is wonderful, the African American Reach Teach Ministry in Seattle.
Yes.
Okay. And then, we're going to launch our Harriet Liberation Business Builder Kits in March, the orientation and, a pilot for people returning from incarceration and life change. Um, Excited about people telling their stories. One of the passions is we all have unique stories and
That's
we need to be witnessed.
that's
And I
exactly it.
think that in order to heal out enough to be able to create spaciousness for what's divinely meant for us, we've got to be able to tell our unique stories and be witnessed in a sacred, safe, loving environment. And I
That's
believe there's
exactly
a ton of untapped energy with people who are, have been locked up, who come from,
yes.
domestic violence, just all the things that, we have been through, and not just in our lifetime,
Yes.
historically, 400 years of enslavement.
Yes, Miss D. Fatima, that is our time this afternoon. I want to thank you once again for being a part of the show and thank the listeners this afternoon for tuning into Rainier Avenue Radio World. This is Women Empowerment Talk Radio, and I'm your host, Carmelle Bias. Until next time.